Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of home instruction. I hope you're ready for Otto's joke of the day. Why are fish so smart?
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope that your week has been going well, and believe it or not, we've almost made it through our first full week of home instruction. I love getting emails and texts from your parents or from you and showing me the work that you've been doing. It's so exciting to see. I loved the different movie recommendations that I got. I loved people's lists of things that make them happy in addition to the necessities that we need in life. Keep them coming. I love to see them. If you write to me, I will definitely write you back. So please do. Now, let's get into yesterday's riddle. Using only addition, can you add 8 8s together to make 1,000? I am so impressed how many of you got this answer correct and how quickly you got it. So I'm going to show you what I did to solve the problem, and then I thought we could work through how to add it together. So here's my work. This is what I did. I like to lay my numbers out like this, what we call vertically. When I'm adding, it helps me because then I can see my ones column, too far, my tens, and then my hundreds. So I always start with my ones, and what I want to do is I want to group them together so that it's easier for me to add. So I don't know that I can do this backwards on the camera, so I'm going to turn it this way, and then I'll show you. So what I did is I first took those first 2 8s, and I know that 8 plus 8 is a double fact. So 8 plus 8 is 16, and then I have another 8 plus 8, and that's 16, right? And I know that 6 plus 6 is 12, right? So if I do this like partial sums, I have 10, 20, and then 32, right? So 16 plus 16 is 32. And then 32 plus 8, I have this 1 8 left over, right? And I know that 2 plus 8 is 10. So 32 plus 8 must mean 40. So that means I'm going to put my 0 at the bottom. And a lot of the addition we've been doing, we've just been adding a 1. But now we have 4. We have 4 10s that we have to carry over. So I'm going to put the 4 on top of the 10 spot. And now I'm going to add the 10s together. Now I know, again, 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 4, well, I know that 6 plus 4 is 10. And then the 10 from 8 plus 8, 10 plus 10 is 20. So I'm going to put the 0 at the bottom, and I'm going to carry the 2. The little chime you heard, somebody just emailed me. Now I have 2 plus 8, and I know 2 plus 8 is 10, and there's no other numbers that I have to add, so I'm going to do the whole number 10 at the bottom, and you should get the number, oops, my pen kind of ran out, ta-da, 1,000. So that is how you add 8 8s together to get 1,000. Today's riddle. Are you ready for it? What has hands but can't clap? What has hands but can't clap? Write your answer in the comments below, email me, and I look forward to seeing your guesses. Now, I thought for writing we could do something a little bit different today. Now you have your writing assignment that's in the packet that went home. So it says week 1, day 4. You're going to look up and see what the writing assignment is. But for today, I thought it would be nice to do something kind for others. we're stuck inside for the most part. We can't go interact with other people other than the people in our homes. So I thought today would be a great day to show an act of kindness towards somebody. So, for example, what I plan on doing today is I'm going to make a big batch of chicken soup because my neighbor, her name is Dr. Tracy, it's Otto's vet. She hasn't been feeling very well, and I talked to her yesterday, and she said that she's going crazy. She's sleeping a lot, and she's bored because she's stuck in the house. She can't get out and do any grocery shopping or anything like that. So I ran out and I got all this stuff to make chicken soup. So I thought for my act of kindness today that I would make a big pot of chicken soup and bring it over to her so that she can get better. Now, you don't need to do something that elaborate. That's kind of a lot of things. But I'm an adult, so I can do those kind of things. But let's talk about the kind of things that you can do as an act of kindness today for somebody. You can write a letter and mail it to somebody in the class. You can make the table for your parents. You can clean your room. You can help. Maybe you have younger siblings at home. You know, this is a difficult time for everybody. Our parents are trying to work from home. They're trying to help you with school. So anything that you could do to help them would be a wonderful act of kindness. So think about what you might want to do, and I am going to challenge you to do that today. Find some sort of act of kindness that you can do for somebody today. Even though we're all quarantined at home, we can still show kindness towards others. Now, I want to talk a little bit about things that you can do even though we're quarantined. And one of those things is going outside. Even though we're not supposed to be interacting with other people right now, we have to do what they call social distancing. They want us to keep at least 6 feet away from other people if you do go outside. But Otto and I have been going out every day. It's so nice out lately. So we go for really long walks, and while I was on my walk the other day, I started noticing a lot of things. And it inspired me to make a list of things for you to try when you go outside. So, things to try. Go outside. Number 1, how many different kinds of birds can you find? On our walk the other day, I could not get over all of the different birds that were there. And we're coming to a time of year where all the birds are coming back from, they had migrated to warmer weather or warmer climates, and now they're all starting to come back. So if you go out, if you happen to be up early in the morning, maybe even just go for a walk around your house or sit outside on your deck or in your driveway if you have one and listen and look. You'd be surprised how many different kinds of birds out there. We had 2 cardinals right outside our door, and they were chirping, chirping, chirping back and forth, and it was great to just stand there and watch them for a little while. We saw robins. I saw a cedar waxwing. We saw sparrows. I saw a red-headed house finch, what they call it. Seagulls. Believe it or not, there were seagulls flying above, which I think is kind of crazy because we don't live by the sea. We're not that far, but it was cool to see all those different birds. So something that you can try is to go out and see if you can find a bunch of different birds. The other thing to do, that since we are having warmer weather and spring is approaching, is I think it's a fun thing to observe a tree or a plant that's near your house. Maybe it's even something that you can see from outside a window if you can't get outside. But as I walk Otto, there's all these trees that line my development. And I noticed the other day that they all started to bud. And it was really exciting to see. And each day I've gone to the same tree and I've been observing how the bud is changing. First it was all tightly closed together, and then it got a little bit bigger, and now it's crazy. It's got like all these little, like, it almost looks like how do I want to describe it? Like wiry hairs or something like that, but it's all red. It's really neat, and I can't wait to see how it changes over the next few days. So that's another thing that you can try outside. And then the third thing that I put down was to hang pieces of brightly colored ribbon or string in trees and bushes around your house. And the reason I suggested to do that is because, like I said before, all the birds are migrating back to our area right now, and they're going to be building their nest soon. And I actually observed 2 sparrows building a nest, and they had gotten it pretty far. And the mother, was sitting in the nest already. So, we might get some baby birds soon. But something that you can do is if you have any ribbon, maybe left over from the holidays or from birthdays, or string, anything like that, if you take little pieces about yay big or so, doesn't need to be anything huge, and if you hang it in trees or bushes around your house, many birds will take that and use it to build their nests. And then the exciting thing to do is in a few weeks, after the birds have built their nest, is to go for a nature walk and look around and see if you can find any birds' nests that have your brightly colored ribbons built into them. So again, some random things to do to take advantage of this nice weather, to get outside, get some fresh air, and be one with nature. Okay, so speaking of nature and observing things and watching things grow, I bring us back to our scallions. Dun, dun. Here they come. Dun, 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 dun. And look at that. Do you see how much they've grown already? I can't get over it. I cannot believe how big. See the dark green parts? That's the part that's grown since I just stuck these, what I was going to throw away, the ends of the scallions in water. That's how much they've grown already. So cool. I can't wait to see if they get really, really tall. And then I'll chop them up and use them in something and try it again. See if we can grow them some more. Now, some exciting news. I told you the other day that the leprechaun left us the whole Dory Phantasmagoria set. Well, the first 4 books. Abby Hanlon actually has a 5th Dory book out that I will try and order for us for when school gets back in session. But I emailed her and I got a response yesterday. And I'm so excited because they said there's some guidelines that I have to follow in terms of reading these to you, but more or less I have permission to start reading them. So today this is going to be my project. I'm going to record myself reading Dory and get those up on a website for you. Now, one of the guidelines that I had was that it had to be on a private website. They said if I couldn't do that, then it was okay to put it on YouTube. But talking to Mr. Bocchino, he actually told me about a really cool site called Seesaw. And I signed us all up for Seesaw. And it's a way that we can actually chat with each other. We can share pictures. We can share videos. We can talk back and forth. We can chat. We can type messages to each other and things like that. So I will get that all set up for you guys. I actually have it all set up, but I'll send out information later as to how to get onto Seesaw. And then once I have the videos of me reading these books recorded, I'll put them up for you, okay? And one last thing before we go. I don't know if any of you have been tuning into Mo Willems' Lunchtime Doodles on YouTube. He has his own YouTube page. I sent it to your parents the other day, and every day he does a little doodling lesson. So I've been following along because one of the things on my creative bucket list was to start drawing and doodling and things like that. So I am going to leave you with my doodle for the day. Can you see it? Oops. I love you more than elephant loves piggy. That's a lot of love, ton of love, because we know how much they really love each other. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out yet, I highly, highly recommend go and do the lunchtime doodles with Mo Willems. If you can't do them when he does them at 1 o'clock, that's totally fine. I haven't done any of them. Well, I did one of them live, I think. But the other ones, I've been tuning in when I've had some extra time. And I've just gone, you don't even have to watch the whole thing. They're usually anywhere between like 20 and 30 minutes long. But it's been so much fun to learn all about him. You can see his studio. He's been showing you his books and how he makes his books. It's been so exciting to learn. So I hope that maybe today or tomorrow over the weekend, you'll have some time to go check that out. It's really fun to actually do with your family as well. I hope everyone has had a wonderful 4 days so far, and I look forward to seeing what your acts of kindness are. And here is Otto with the answer to today's joke. Bye, guys. Love you.
Why are fish so smart? Because they live in schools. Bye, everyone. Don't forget, do something kind for somebody today. I love you. Bye.